Business email compromise, or BC, is a type of scam where criminals trick employees into sending money or information. They do this by pretending to be someone trusted, like a CEO, a supplier, or even a trusted customer. BC attacks are scary because they don't use fancy hacking. They rely on social engineering. This means they manipulate people instead of technology. A well-crafted email is all it takes. These scams can cost businesses a lot of money. The FBI says BEC scams have cost businesses billions of rands globally, and it's getting worse every year. No company is too big or too small to be a target. Everyone is vulnerable, from small businesses to large corporations. That's why it's so important to understand BEC and how to stop it. Imagine this. You work in accounting, you get an email from the CEO, it says to urgently transfer funds to a new account, you double-check the email address, it looks right, you send the money thinking you're just doing your job, but it was a scam. The CEO never sent that email. The criminals spoofed their email address, making it look legitimate. Now your company is out a lot of money. This is just one example of a BC attack. There are many different ways these scams can play out. Sometimes criminals hack into a supplier's email account and send fake invoices. Other times they might impersonate a lawyer or government official. The key takeaway? BEC attackers are creative and constantly coming up with new ways to trick people. The good news is that there are often telltale signs of a BEC email. Knowing what to look for can help you avoid falling victim. One big red flag is an urgent request for action, especially when it involves money. Does the email demand an immediate transfer of funds? Be suspicious. Another red flag is a request to keep the transaction secret. Scammers often use this tactic to prevent victims from asking questions or seeking confirmation. Also, pay close attention to the sender's email address. Does it look slightly off? Even one character out of place can be a sign of a spoofed email. Finally, watch out for poor grammar and spelling. While some scammers are getting better at mimicking legitimate emails, many still make basic mistakes. The best way to combat BC is to prevent it from happening in the first place. Here are some best practices for both employees and leadership. For employees, always verify unusual requests. If you get an email requesting a money transfer or sensitive information, confirm it through a separate channel, like a phone call or text message. Don't click on links or open attachments from unknown senders. This is a common way for scammers to install malware on your computer. Be wary of emails that create a sense of urgency or pressure you to act quickly. Scammers often use these tactics to bypass your better judgment. For leadership, implement strong email security protocols. This includes using multi-factor authentication, spam filters, and email encryption. Educate employees about BEC scams. Regular training sessions can help raise awareness and teach employees how to spot and avoid these attacks. Establish clear procedures for financial transactions, require multiple approvals for large transfers, and ensure that these procedures are well documented and followed. By following these best practices, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to BC scams. Remember, awareness and vigilance are your best defenses in the fight against cybercrime.